this can be a lonely, isolating, scary process, getting older, getting sick, and then not having those things I just mentioned. And then you yourself, how did your take on work, on your marriage, on your life shift with this experience? Because you had a very different experience than Al. You had the like, uh-oh, he's not going to make it while he's under. Uh-oh, this is worse than I thought. Uh-oh. So how did you shift yourself?
Well, reiterating what Al said, first of all, I was very fortunate that my company was very understanding. And also, too, we were kind of heading into the holiday time. So I didn't have a heavy load just kind of naturally. So I was able to take that time. It was very isolating. You touched on something when you said it was lonely. It was very lonely in the very
Yeah.
beginning, because it was just us. And certainly because Al's a very public person, we were careful about how much we would say. When I talked to my family members, I would say to people, we need prayers, please, just pull for us, but nobody post this, don't say anything, because we weren't ready to talk about it. He is a public person. So that was very isolating. But once I started opening up, and I thought that was important, and I'd like to reiterate that too for the viewers, to reach out to people. I reached out to my very closest friends, to my closest colleagues at ABC, to tell them. They wouldn't have known what I was going through. And of
Yeah,
course,
you reached out to me. You
I
said
reached
like
out to
this.
you. And
Yeah.
because I know how much you love Al, number one, but
Yeah.
number two, I wanted some people who I felt and could trust to know the real deal, because the
Yeah.
public didn't know at that moment. They just knew that Al had a health thing and maybe had
Yeah.
blood clots and all that. But the fact of it is, he was in dire shape. So to be able to have people like you checking in, our minister at our church, constantly, like twice a day, what are you doing, Maria? There was one time, and I know you're a spiritual person, I said to Brenda Husson, our reverend at church, after a few weeks, I was so exhausted. I was on my knees every day. I said to her one day, I'm just so exhausted, I don't even know what to pray for anymore. And she said, that's why you have folks like me in your corner, because we will do the prayers for you. So we are here for you, and that was great.
Yeah.
To have people who I felt lifted me every day, from your colleagues, my family members, Al's brother and sister, all these folks, and Leela was there. So I was being lifted. That was great. But what I also discovered, and it was a very strange thing for me, because I'm seeing the man I love the most in the most vulnerable, weakened state that I had ever seen him in. And I just fell in love with him in a deeper way, because I felt my